Okay, we're live.
All right.
Yep. Uh, Hello, everybody. Welcome to the episode 3 of the podcast. I am the host, Sprite the Ghost, and I'm here with my buddy Aura today. I think our third person might be at work. Uh, might
Probably.
might need to reschedule the times so we can get the other guy in here.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today's if people couldn't tell from today's title of what the podcast is about newer games coming out day one and people just shitting on them for no legitimate reason. And or I'm pretty sure you've seen that before, right?
Yep.
But what games have you seen that on before?
Um,
Like just to name a few.
I'm trying to think.
Well, while you're thinking,
I just can't think of any right now.
yeah. Uh, so
But yeah,
Marathon,
like I know that.
Marathon, for an example, Bungie's new game that had just released, not fully, but it's kind of like in an alpha or beta test or whatever. Um, it got slammed, as in not just because it was a server slam, but also because the game was in a test stage where they invited people to play Marathon and try it out and everything, and people didn't understand what Bungie was after until playing it for a while, and then they finally understood it. Now, people were going around saying the game is bad, like UI is bad, or the game was clunky, or whatever. Not really giving much in depth detail about what was actually going on and why their experience was bad. They just said it was bad and just ended it right there. They didn't give a reason. And I was actually conversating to or about this earlier, is that I agree with a bunch of other creators and everything that we have got to stop dogging on new games. We got to stop hating on them day one of release, because unless a game is just blatantly bad and you're actually giving a good valid point of why it's bad, other than just saying it's bad and then leaving it at that with no explanation, then you, my good sir or ma'am, have no,
And you, my good bitch.
yeah, literally, you, my good bitch, have no fucking valid reason. Therefore, your review does not count. It's literally you have an argument, but you don't. Anyway, um, so Marathon coming out, from so far from what I've heard, some of my friends actually, that I kind of speak to every now and then. Again, they're creators as well. They've got their own stuff going on. Some of my friends that I speak to on not really much of a daily basis, but the people I talk to, like, they've said they've enjoyed Marathon. It was kind of hard to grasp what Bungie was wanting with Marathon at the beginning, but after a while, they kind of figured it out. And now that's not needless to say that, you know, oh, the game's just bad, nobody can't figure out what it's wanting. No, it's a PvPvE extraction shooter. It was just hard to grasp what they were after. It's like, we know it's an extraction shooter, but there's probably game elements that they didn't understand until after a while they finally like it took them a minute to understand it. I mean, and that's just not with newer games. That's also with older games. Like,
Yeah, like
for instance, Aura, I got you into Borderlands. It took you a minute to understand what that game was doing.
well, no, I understood what that game was doing, but it's just like I never had an opportunity to play Borderlands was the thing.
Yeah. Which actually we're going through right now. And by the way, I'll talk to you later about it because I'm wanting to do something, and I think you might find it fun. Uh, but other than that, like, let's say let's say a new game comes out for hell, I don't know. Let's just say a new looter shooter game comes out, or a new survival crafting game comes out, or something. And people start shitting on it.
Yeah.
What do you think their immediate reaction is going to be whenever that game starts to slowly get popular? They're going to start going to that game and be like, I don't know why this is popular. This game is bad. It's like Hytale. Fucking Hytale is literally in development right now. It is in development.
It's in its alpha stage.
It's literally in an alpha stage, and people are not saying that the game is bad, but fucking it's a project that the people of the Hytale Minecraft server, or well, not the Hytale Minecraft server, Hypixel, my bad,
Yeah.
made. And you want to know something? People are like, oh, Mojang is going to take this down because it's way too similar to Minecraft. And I'm like, if anything, it's more similar to fucking, the people said it's actually more similar to Valheim than it is Minecraft.
Well.
And I'm like, more similar to Valheim. That's an old-ass fucking game. Actually, not really old. I don't even know when Valheim released.
It's still considerably old, I believe. It's pretty old. Like I think it released in like.
Let me look.
I was literally just gonna look it up, but yeah, you go ahead.
But a game that's $20 and like a game that is $20 that came out in 2021, so that game is 5 years old. It just passed its 5th year. And
Yeah.
the game is absolutely amazing. The graphics for the game of being just what they put together is awesome. They still have a lot of detail in there, but the graphical level of the trees and everything is just low poly stuff. But Valheim is one of those games that proved you don't have to have all these fucking insane textures on trees or weapons or anything for a game to actually look amazing. Like, and it just goes to show that this is why newer games are getting fucking shit on. Is because people are going to go to Hytale. They're not going to think about Valheim. Some people probably never heard of Valheim. Or have only watched videos. And then they're going to call it similar to Minecraft and say Mojang's going to take it down. Fun fact about this, Mojang isn't doing shit. They're actually happy.
Yeah, competition.
They're like, oh good, we have somebody to go against us. It's healthy competition. And actually, I think if anything, Mojang supports Hytale. I think some of the Minecraft developers are playing Hytale. Like and that's fucking funny.
Well,
But
honestly, I just don't even really know what to say in that, because yeah, it's like it's good that, like, if they made a game that is good, where even the people who made the game that they are inspired by enjoys it, that's a good sign.
that is a good sign. So I'm popping me open a Ghost energy drink. I got addicted to these thanks to my cousin because I said, "Hey, I want to try one," and now I'm addicted.
Lovely.
Hey, it's a zero sugar energy drink. I ain't complaining. Plus, it's a orange cream, like orange creamsicle. And it's actually very good. It doesn't, in a sense, make me hyper. It just wakes me up, or helps wakes me
Yeah.
up at least. Um. Oh, another thing on the horizon of gaming news, we finally got to see the starters for Pokemon Winds and Waves.
Yep. And honestly, they all look pretty good. It took a bit to get used to Drought,
Yeah.
but he doesn't look. It doesn't look too bad.
So, what I'm thinking the theme is for this starter set is household pets.
Yeah, actually, that, you know what? That's exactly what it is.
You
You know
got
what's funny?
you
The
got a
the theme
bird.
for Gen
You
1, the theme for Gen 1
Mhm.
was animals you could find in your backyard, basically.
Yeah, like Gen 1. Gen 1 was animals you can find in your backyard. You had
Gen 2,
a frog, a lizard, and a turtle.
yep.
Gen 2, I think, was based on
It's like
ex
Paleolithic or
yeah,
Paleolithic times or extinct times or something.
yeah, extinct
Or like
extinct
or no,
species.
it was either extinct species or
Yeah.
fuck, what was the other thing? Great disasters or some shit, or I don't know.
Yeah. And also
Gen 3 was
Vol, here's no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. And you're gonna be mad at this because this got me fucking mad too. People said Gen 3 had no theme, and I'm like, what the fuck do you
I don't
mean?
know what the theme is though. What is the theme? I actually can't think of it off the top of my head.
I think Gen 3 was just, oh, you had a reptile, a clear fucking chicken, and
Yep,
a mudkip.
a mudfish. Yeah,
Yeah, a
it might have
mudfish.
been. Well, I think it was based on like
Hey, there's the third person.
I don't remember what the fuck.
I've been summoned.
Yes, you have. You are what is it? 15 minutes late.
I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
Motherfucker, I would be still at work if it wasn't for me getting sent home for overstaff.
Oh, okay. Uh, and I know what Gen 4's theme was actually based on ancient beings like the world turtle, Wukong, and
Yeah,
Poseidon.
the turtle that holds up the world tree.
Yeah.
Poseidon. Yeah, Poseidon, and then Sun Wukong.
Yeah. Gen 5 was like a warrior, a
No, Gen 5 was like rulers of
What are you
different
talking
time
about?
oh
periods.
yeah, it was like a lord.
It was a samurai, a fuck, I don't know what Embor. I don't remember.
I don't know what Embor
Embor is,
was.
but like significant rulers are like beings of power.
Yeah, people
of
were saying that
time period.
Embor was a worker, and I'm like, Embor is not a worker.
What are we talking about?
Pokemon themes for the starters of each
Yeah,
generation.
We just kind of like segued into that.
Gen 6 was, I think, like
it was like RPG classes.
oh yeah, like Chestnut. That's clear, you know,
Chestnut
shield,
was the,
like a shield
is
guy.
the tank.
Yeah.
The tank, the rogue, and the mage, basically.
Yes. Gen 7.
was based on. I actually don't. Yeah.
Well, Gen 7 was
It was Primarina.
Gen 7 was Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
It wasn't. It was Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
Right, yeah.
Pokemon is
Which they said was based on circus animals.
Yeah, or circus tricks or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Trick shot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but another thing that it was, and then Gen 8 was based on entertainment thing.
Yeah, like Rillaboom being a drummer,
music,
Cinderace being
music, soccer, and films, or more specifically, British
yeah,
things because
yeah, music, soccer, and acting.
Yeah, specifically James Bond,
Yeah.
football, and fucking whatchamacallit.
And then
like the drummer from the Beatles or something.
Yeah, and then Gen 9 was also different entertainment. Like you had a magician, you had a singer, and you had a dancer.
Y'all should do the. Actually, I'll text.
But I mean, I kind of like the theme that they have going for Gen 10. It's just, hey, it's just normal household pets instead of just something erratic.
Something instead of something like convoluted
and complicated. It's just like, no, they're just pets. Like you could have this in your house. Now, it did get me, it did take me a while to get used to the names. Except for Gekwa. Gekwa was like the one I immediately was like, yeah. It's a literal, yeah, it's an aqua gecko. Pombon, which was a Pomeranian.
Mixed with bonfire.
And then Brout, which is a bird mixed with Sprout. Which, I mean, now that I look more at Brout and Pombon, I mean, you can clearly tell there's a fucking angry bird, and then there's just a dog that just can't hide its feelings. Like, it's just happy to be there. But I do like how Nintendo or Game Freak or Pokemon Company or pretty much just basic Nintendo at this point is using a whole new game engine for this, because they've used the same engine for every Pokemon game since the 3DS era. That's why they all looked weird. Because I know people were like comparing the graphics of today's Pokemon game to Pokemon Coliseum 2, I think. I think they were comparing ZA's graphics to Pokemon Coliseum 2 on the Switch 2. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? And I had to go look, and I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, they've been using the same graphics engine since the 3DS.
Yeah, which is pretty fucking dumb. No wonder all the games look like shit.
Yeah. And I kind of wish, like, they would have steered away from the 3DS era once the 3DS was done. But I guess it's like, you know, hey, if it works, why fix it? But then Pal World came into play.
Yep.
Which
Pokemon with guns.
Yeah.
No. It's Arc, but Japanese.
It's literally Arc, but Japanese, but people keep calling it Pokemon with guns.
I mean, to be fair, it is, in a way.
In a way.
No. Yes
Fight
and
me.
no.
It's a yes and no situation. By the way, Nintendo is still trying to fight Pal World, I think. I don't know. I haven't heard anything past... I haven't heard anything past their 3 patents they were trying to getting absolutely fucking denied by the Japanese government.
They just laughed in the face. That's all.
The Japanese government was like, For one, you can't do this one because you already filed a patent for that back in 2020. For two, you can't do this because Ark Survival Evolved and everything else has that same exact mechanic. For three, this other one that you want can't do that either because lo and behold, your fucking game called Pokemon Go came back and bit you in the ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I thought Nintendo owned Pokemon Go. I was like, oh no, wait. That was developed by a different company that Nintendo approved. And I find that funny.
Now that's funny.
I'm like, your own game that you released bit you in the ass. And I'm like, how many times do you have to fall before you get the point? That's like Nintendo at this point is of how I think I heard Aura put it one day, was that they're shooting themselves in the foot and laying on the ground and blaming it on the other guy.
I don't know. I don't remember ever saying that, but that's
Somebody
an
said it.
analogy.
Oh yeah, so in a sense, Nintendo is taking a fucking pistol, shooting themselves in the foot, falling down on the ground, and
They're literally
blaming
ruining
Pal
the
World.
every way, but blaming everyone else.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, they're blaming everybody else, and specifically Pal World, for their own fuck up. But if they're putting Winds and Waves in a whole new engine, redesigning every single Pokemon model in that game, and are going to put it out, and they're giving Game Freak, the mainstream games side of Game Freak, like a fucking year to work on it, I have high hopes for it, but I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt until I see more info. I did like how with the Pokemon Direct for the trailer, they said it was actual in-game footage. It's not just made through a video or whatever. They said it put in the thing actual in-game footage. And I'm like, oh. And my thing is like, how long have they been working on this? Because the game already looks like it's done. Like, it looks like it's done and it's set ready to release. But they're giving it a whole nother year, which I'm happy about. Because, I mean, I'd rather them work on the game than release it and it be broken. I mean, it's kind of what's happening with Grand Theft Auto 6 right now. But now people are saying that Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to get delayed again. Like, there's rumor that it's going to get delayed again.
Because it will, and it probably has been again and again and again.
Yeah. Just again. And I mean, I've already had a run-in with Rockstar. And let me just say this. Rockstar's customer service sucks.
Sucks ass.
Yep.
And my story for this is that I lost my social club account. So I went and made another one. I wanted to disconnect my Steam account from that previous social club account that I told them I have no access to. And this is just a TLDR. They said if they do that, I will lose access to GTA Online and GTA Legacy. Basically, I'll lose access to Grand Theft Auto altogether. And I sent them a message back saying, what do you mean? Because I purchased the game. I feel like I should have that game as mine. You know, like, it should be my game. why are you denying me access to something that I purchased as a consumer from you? Like, and it's like, I don't have access to that account. What part of hacked account do you not understand? Because it was asking for the name, the email, and everything else that was attached to that account. And I'm like, I sent you every bit of information that you needed because I did my research beforehand. So I pretty much told them, fuck you. They sent a message back saying, hey, we're going to close this we're going to close this ticket. If you want to open up another one, please go on that account and open up a ticket there. And I'm like, I do not have access to that account. What part of hacked do you not understand? I don't have the email. I don't have the password. I don't know the name to it. I don't know the information that's on that account. In a sense, I'm not buying a Rockstar product ever fucking again. I don't care if my buddies beg me to play GTA 6. It's probably going to be the same as GTA 5. Of just, oh hey, run around and fucking steal shit. Like, I know it's a formula that's worked with Grand Theft Auto, but they milked GTA 5 online so goddamn much that they started introducing jobs of you being a pizza.
So much they've turned into butter.
They pretty much
started turning butter.
They literally had started coming out with jobs, pizza delivery, fucking firefighters, fucking everything else, and I'm like, we went from being hardened criminals that steal shit to working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Being an honest worker. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is not Grand Theft Auto.
No, because that's more for like beginner shit.
I was just baffled by it. I was like, this is crazy. But yeah, I'm not excited for GTA 6. I'm not gonna worry about GTA 6. I hope it fucking burns. As much as I'm probably gonna get hate for that, I don't care. You can hate me all you want. But the fact that Rockstar is willing to let their consumers not have their game.
I mean, to be fair, in their defense, and I'm not defending them, anyone can make a ticket, say like, hey, I own this, but I don't have anything to it.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason they're probably doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they didn't even inform him that it got hacked.
Yeah. Like, I didn't get, and my shit was on 2FA. Like, I didn't get no messages, I didn't get no email, I didn't get nothing. That, hey, your social club might be getting hacked into. Would you like to change your password now? I never got an email.
Anyway. Not like they care anyway.
No, they don't. And it's like, you would figure as a consumer, and they care, and they want to keep their fucking people, as much as they've had layoffs in the past year, they would want to try to keep as much gamers as possible, but they don't. I think majority of their layoffs was probably their team that actually gave a shit. But you know what? If they keep doing these layoffs, it's going to delay GTA 6 longer.
It is what it is. I wouldn't dwell too far on it if you already made your decision.
Oh no, I've already made my decision. Trust me, I've already made it.
No.
Then don't dwell on it.
Yeah. Some other news that's I'm happy about. Guess what releases this month, boys?
What?
Story Pack DLC 1 for Borderlands 4.
Sweet.
Mad Ellie and the Vault of the Damned. Which Gearbox has already said it's going to be a whole new area added onto the map. And I'm excited for it. I've already looked at the character on Kairos.
Ah.
Yeah. And I'm already excited for it because I mean the way Borderlands had happened, Borderlands 1 and 2 took place on Pandora. Borderlands the pre-sequel took place on Elpis, which was Pandora's moon. Borderlands 3 was planet travel, which was actually pretty fun. I like the planet travel idea. Borderlands 4 was just like, hey, we're back on one singular planet again. I will say that whenever they said that the main villain of Borderlands 4 is worse than Handsome Jack, he literally was. Not like super duper worse, but the man kept people that crash landed on his planet as like prisoners.
Yeah, and prisoners, slaves, you name
Yeah,
it.
prisoners, like you can be old or an adult or a teenager or a kid. He did not give a shit. He legitimately did not give a shit. Like, one of the echo logs that me and Aura found in that game was the scientist person that we met was trying to find a cure for what was happening with these kids. And because there was like
some sort of sickness.
Yeah. And the timekeeper had come over there and was like, hey, I need you to
kids.
He's literally is like, hey, I need you to stop this and work on this. And it's like I'm close to finding this out to find out what's wrong with them. And that man has a neural uplink to these people. So he literally just pretty much pretty much just said, hey, you see that life support button? Boop. And turned off their fucking life support. He pretty much killed them because he could. Handsome Jack, on the other hand, he wouldn't do that shit. Now, I mean, granted, he probably did. But he didn't take people prisoner. I mean, well, he took Lilith and Roland prisoner. Well, sort of Roland. Mainly Lilith. But
he killed Roland, but
he killed Roland.
Lilith showed it the fuck up.
Why is it always something that has to deal with a siren?
Roland would still be alive.
Yeah.
If Lilith didn't fucking show up, Roland would still be alive.
That's the whole thing of like, if Ava didn't show up, then Maya would still be alive.
Yeah, it's like it's similar.
Why is it always a siren or somebody related to a siren that fuck shit up?
Seriously. Because like Roland wouldn't have let his guard down if Lilith didn't show up. We would have been fine without Lilith there.
We would have been fine. And I mean, I get it is for plot reasons, but I mean, there's so much more story to Borderlands 2 than there is of any Borderlands game, actually. Borderlands 3's story was like okay, but they forced the toilet humor a little bit too much. Borderlands 4, they just let it happen naturally.
Yeah, like, they didn't force any humor.
Oh no, like one of the echo logs, which is I think was one of Aura's favorites, was Rafa talking about his hair.
Yeah, I love that.
He was like, and you're getting shot at, and then you're just like, my hair, and I'm like, oh god, here we go again. But I mean, Borderlands, and I want to say this about Borderlands 4, and this is what me and Aura agree on. Not saying everybody in the community agrees on, Borderlands 4 is getting close to the potential of maybe
Of being
beating
as
Borderlands
good,
2.
if not better than.
If not better. Now, some people don't like the open world aspect, but I do. There was no linear
Yeah,
progression.
it let you focus more on just exploration and
Yeah.
looting and shooting, rather than like
Rather than, oh, go
having to
from,
follow a specific path.
yeah. Like, I've been playing Borderlands 2 for the past couple of days, just on my Zero character, and, lo and behold, and, everybody listening, I'm gonna tell you this, Aura's gonna be happy about this. Hey, Aura, guess what I started doing?
What?
Side missions.
Fucking good.
Before I even continued in the main mission. Unless they're like level 25 or some shit. Like if it says,
Yeah.
if it's red, I'm like, no touch.
Yeah, basically it's like, okay, yeah, where's the comfortable zone?
Where's the comfy spot? Me and Aura are going through Borderlands 2 right now, and we're actually going to be streaming it today. We just got to the point of getting Sanctuary in the air. We got back to Sanctuary. And now there's a whole lot more stuff we gotta do. Our goal for that game is to get to level 30 before going to fight the warrior, because level 30 minimum is what you need. But we'll probably be even... Okay. But we'll probably be even higher level.
What was that?
He said he's going to return. Oh, another thing, the Tech Marine update for Space Marine 2. I have played the Tech Marine. It is actually fucking fun. Like, I've seen some of the executions with the Tech Marine, and dude, they are brutal. They did also release the voice packs. Carcharodon cosmetic pack came out, which, of course, our friend Oni immediately got. Let's see. We got the new Omnissiah axe. And you know how whenever you press B to say for the Emperor?
Yeah.
The Tech Marine says for the Emperor and then for the Omnissiah.
Okay.
They're Tech Marines. They're literally like I mean that's what they are. But you were actually able to activate turrets on the field, which is actually very helpful. The gun that you get as your ability will actually automatically target stuff and shoot them until it runs out of use of energy, of course, and then it has to recharge. So, not too overpowered, but it's fun. In other gaming news, so that's really just with Space Marine 2. Other gaming news, Warframe, they did a dev stream and showed us what Folly is actually capable of. She is indeed a painter. One of her abilities allows you to paint objects into the field, like explosive barrels and shit like that, that you yourself can actually blow up. So pretty much she can spawn shit. I did a little bit of more research about like what was it? Oh, the deluxe skins coming out for Grendel and Gauss being like mech based. So Gauss, whenever you go into his redline state, will actually play music while he's in his redline state. Which I thought was pretty cool. I still gotta play test a game called Deadlock, which is a MOBA that's being made by Valve themselves. I still gotta test that out. Doom: The Dark Ages, I have heard, is going to get a DLC. But from what Bethesda has said, they said that this DLC won't feel like a DLC. It'll feel like its own standalone game. But it's a DLC inside of Doom: The Dark Ages. So I'm wondering what's going to be going on with that. Not really a whole lot of updates with some of the games. Oh, there is a new creature collector game that I did actually find out. It's called Voidling Bound. But this one, you actually get to play as the creature.
Oh.
Yeah, so you go into this machine and it's like a mind uplink or something, I guess, and you play as the creature to travel the planet and other shit like that.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty cool. So there's that. Hey, we got a subscriber over on the YouTubes. Hello, Red
Hey.
EG2100 King. Thank you. So we got that going on. I haven't heard really much about any newer games coming out. Oh, Overwatch. Overwatch had went back to, instead of just Overwatch 2, they just went back to just being Overwatch. I don't know why they ever done Overwatch 2 in the first place, but the only real big reason why they did was to introduce more stuff to the game, but not only that, they promised us a campaign for Overwatch.
Campaign.
Yeah, PvE campaign for Overwatch 2. And then they said, fuck that. Later on, after a lot of community backlash, though, they did eventually give it to us. But it was locked behind paywall. But they said it was supposed to be free. Yeah. So, that's freaking funny. Let's see. Oh, on Battlefield, specifically Battlefield 6, people are liking the new map. They're saying it's great for escalation and breakthrough and conquest because it just has a good amount of just it's fit for everything. And I'm glad it's a fit for everything. Now, people are still skeptical about Battlefield 6. They're still testing Red Sec solos in Battlefield Labs, which I'm hoping will actually turn out pretty good. Because I know a lot of people are like wanting to queue up solo and all that. Which, Red Sec being their Battle Royale mode, I actually like it. Fun thing is about Red Sec is that typical battle royales, and or I don't know if you know this, but typical battle royale modes, they have this whole thing with the storm or gas or
Yeah,
what
I know about that.
with with PUBG, what we call the blue. Those things are basically like, oh, they damage you over time, and it gets stronger over time and does more damage. Battlefield it's the Ring of Fire that was introduced in Battlefield 5, which was actually pretty fun. Battlefield 5, yeah, you slowly burned and everything. Battlefield 6? No. The immediate time that you touch that wall of fire, you're dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
It's literally it'll warn you as you're getting closer to that as that wall is closing in on you. It'll warn you that it's getting closer. Like on your screen, it'll pop up like a number and it just keeps going down and down and down. And the thing is, the fire will show up and they'll give you time. I think it was like maybe like 3 or 5 minutes or something. To gather loot and everything before that ring starts closing in. Here's the fun part. It doesn't stop. So there's that little safe, you know how with like a lot of battle royales it's like, oh, there's this safe area here, it'll close in and then stop right there, and then a new one will go to another safe area where it's going to close in and stop, right?
Yeah.
Red Sack doesn't do that. Once that fire starts moving, it doesn't stop. There is that ring right there that's saying, hey, this is the safest area. But that gap between the safe area and the ring is where it's going to warn you that that fire is getting close. So once that safe area is gone, then people are just gone. It was a little bit glitchy at first because for some weird particular reason, people thought that people were getting outside of the map in Red Sec and just not able to die. It turns out a lot of people's games got stolen from them because for some weird reason it was registering people on your team as different people in the match, and it was not good. So people were getting like second place whenever they should have got first.
Yeah.
Battlefield had quickly fixed that, thank God. But I like the whole thing of the Ring of Fire is just it's constantly on the move. You have barely any time to stop. It's you get to that safe area and you got to keep moving. It's forcing everybody to close in on each other. And I like that. And I'm like, good. That's war. I will say, people that are complaining about the tanks and everything, saying the tanks should be harder to get. You shouldn't just have to do 2 or 3 missions and then have a tank out the gate. And I'm like, dude, there's people flying around in fucking transpo helos that can get on them miniguns and shoot your ass. Plenty of Warzone players that went to go play that game and went to go play Red Sec. Somebody had many people called in airstrikes, and typically with Warzone, you run inside of a building, you're safe. Battlefield, that building's getting destroyed. And they don't suspect that, and they have the building quite literally collapse on top of them and kill them. And people were talking about like, oh, the tanks and everything else, like they're too overpowered. They're way too overpowered. And I'm like, dude, it's a tank. Your fucking little 5.56 bullet is not going to penetrate that armor. Because they're complaining that there's some people in the Battlefield community that probably had transferred over from COD that are complaining that they can't shoot at a tank with a fucking AR or some shit and kill it or do any sort of damage.
That's stupid.
And I'm like, yeah, because that doesn't happen in real life. Your fucking 9mm is not gonna penetrate a fucking tank. 7.62 won't even penetrate it. You either need a fucking tank rifle that has some sort of penetration to it, Because there are rifles that are like that are meant to penetrate heavy armor. Or have an RPG. And if your engineers don't have an RPG, then maybe they have a stinger to take care of air. And it's like, everybody has a role. Granted, recons, me being a recon myself, get blamed for the team losing by doing our job. And I find that fucking crazy. Like, I'm back here sniping people, taking them out from afar, spotting enemies, getting rid of their equipment with my drone, and y'all are bitching. But then you'll bitch about supports not reviving you. You'll bitch about NGs not keeping your tanks or your helos or whatever alive, or taking out the enemy vehicles. But nobody bitches about assault. Because 9 times out of 10, I see more engineers and supports than I see assault and recon. And that's sad. Because some people are... I feel like some people forget that Battlefield is not Call of Duty. Or any other game. It is a team-based play game. It's a team play game. Everybody on the team has a role. That's how you win. You don't need to focus on kills. I know there was this one match where some dude was screaming, "Hey, we got to get this flag." And I'm like, "What flag?" And he just kept saying, "The flag." And I'm like, "Bro, what flag?" There's no flag. There's points. Which one do you want? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Aura's had not a few run-ins with those type of people in 2042. Have you?
I don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna be honest, I zoned out.
of course you did. Well, have you ever had somebody that was just complaining in the text chat saying that nobody's pushing point
Well,
but me?
I turn off text chats usually.
Okay. Well, they probably were.
It'll just piss me off.
Oh yeah. They probably were. And I enjoy Battlefield. I love Battlefield. It's a very good game, and I know the shooter genre is kind of iffy right now between Battlefield and COD, but Battlefield's just better, in my opinion. Not saying you can't still go and enjoy Call of Duty. I'm not saying that. I just don't like COD anymore because of the direction that it's taking. Do I still like the game? Yes, but older CODs, not newer ones. Like, hell, I'd go back and play 2019 if I wanted to. Like, I mean, hell, or I bet you would go back and play some, like, older Pokemon games, alright?
I mean, yeah.
Because the older games were just, yeah, the older games were just better. It was a different time. Like, hell, I found myself going back to play the old Doom games. And there's just a lot of games that I want to go back and play. I am wanting to go back and play 7 Days, but I'm giving it a tiny bit more time to get through some of its updates, because they are starting to return back older features that were in the game that they got rid of and shouldn't have ever gotten rid of. But mostly I like to play modded 7 Days now.
Well, yeah, because it's not modded, it's pretty shit.
Yeah. One of the mods which I want to get a group for, or just have us pretty much playing it, Darkness Falls.
Yeah, like one of the most, like...
Darkness Falls is one of the most known 7 Days mod packs, and one of the most hardest 7 Days mod packs. Because it's what it is Darkness Falls. it does not give a shit. Like, you don't have to go in there and change the zombie settings of their running speed at night or anything like that. If you play Darkness Falls with default settings, it's just Darkness Falls. That game, that it's meant to make 7 days hard.
Yeah.
But now, with current 7 days, at least without the updates that they're getting for V2.6 and all that, was just mainly about surviving. It wasn't about base building.
Yeah.
It was mainly
Now,
just
all
build your
base-
base. Yeah, it's literally just build a horde base and survive from there. That's it.
Yeah.
And
you have to basically rush to get like solar panels. Like you basically speedrun to get solar panels so that
you had to
power
rush.
all
You
of
yeah, you had to
Because,
rush the
'cause
game.
Yeah, because like the difficulty scaling was way too as well. Like like you had no leeway. Like it's not like that's why I hate the heat map like system. Well,
Mhm.
I like it, but I hate how it works because everything you do, just existing in an area, increases the heat.
Literally anything you break.
Dew collectors increase heat. Any sound you make increases heat.
And you chopping a tree.
It's honestly annoying.
Yeah, you chopping a tree, you placing something, you putting down a torch, you putting down a campfire, a forge, or basically doing.
You can't even use your guns early game because screamers will show up, and they'll just call more screamers, and immediately like you can be
that wandering horde.
Blood Moon, and you'll already be facing like some of the hardest enemies.
Yeah.
Just because
That wandering horde.
Use your gun.
Yeah, that wandering horde.
That's why I disable screamers.
Yeah. The wandering horde goes from a wandering horde to a horde.
No, from a wandering horde to a targeted horde.
Yeah. And that's great. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? I think we're almost out of time for this podcast here, Oya. But yeah, that was today's podcast. We got to stop dogging on games day one and more stuff apparently.
Yeah.
Because I mean, again, we can't just talk about one thing because I will lose my train of thought. Yeah, I'll rail off and go on to other stuffs. But that was the beginning of it, and I think we covered that pretty good. But before we get off here, yes, we got to stop dogging on new games. Day one. Give it like a week or two. Max.
Like everyone getting time to play.
Yeah, a maximum 2 weeks. Let everybody play it and then speak your opinion. I mean, if you play it within the first 1 or 2 hours and you don't like it, okay, cool. Go get your refund. Go back to what you was doing before.
Yeah.
But if you do genuinely enjoy the game and it's just like it's clunky right now, but it is fun, give it time. And it will turn out great. That's not saying every game will turn out great, because I mean, hell, look at Concord and Highguard. Highguard is actually shutting down. But that's just because Highguard was just blatantly bad. It was trying to be 3 different genres all in one, and just nobody didn't know what Highguard was wanting to be, in a sense. Hi, Sniper. You literally joined in as we're ending.
I has returned.
Yes.
I was so tempted to just say returned. I have.
Yeah. But that's going to be it for the podcast. This
son of a...
I told you was late.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that early.
Well, yeah,
Anyways,
I have to work Friday. I had to move stream day that was usually on Friday to today.
it's all good. It's all good. At least I got a little bit of the podcast. Or
Well, yeah, at least you got a little bit in here. Fucking late ass bitch.
So much. Fuck you. Eat a dick.
Anyways, we're gonna end the podcast here. I'll thank y'all for listening and tuning in, and we shall see you guys